Hey girlies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Valeria if you guys already know me. In today's video I'll be doing a makeup tutorial. So I'm gonna be doing my everyday makeup tutorial from step to step, showing you guys all the products I use. I'll have all the products I use linked down in the description. So I do start off with my brows always, but obviously we're gonna prep before I do my brows. So I prep with the POREfessional matte rescue primer, and I just put it all over my face, these areas. And then I use the e.l.f. grip primer, and I put it in the exact same areas where I put the POREfessional. And I just literally just mix it together all over my face. I spread it around. I honestly love this combination. I just started using it a while ago because I used to use them separately, but I honestly love both primers and they work so good together. So I do really recommend the POREfessional. It's like really good. It's worth its money. So then I'm gonna go into my brows now, and I use the NYX brow glue. And in this step, basically I just put it on my brows and I just shape them onto how I want them. So basically I just comb them and like make them the shape I want them to be, where they can both be equal, and this just helps them stay in place. And so once I do that, I go in and I use a flat brush like this, and I do use the Too Faced concealer in the shade, I'm pretty sure it's in the shade Swan, and I just put a little bit on the back of my hand, like as much as you guys want. I just put a little bit, and I do grab my flat brush, and I'm gonna explain it before I do it, because in this part I like concentrating a lot, because if I don't concentrate, the line doesn't come out as I would want it to come out, because I really do focus on making the line go straight. So basically I conceal my brow. I start from the front to the back, so basically I just conceal it and I just make a line under, and I do that for both brows. And so now that I made the line, I really just grab the product that is right there, and I really just drag it down with whatever is left on the brush and the product that's right there, because I don't want it to look too how do I say it, I don't want it to look like it's all just in that line, like a bunch of concealer just in that line. I want it to be all equal around my eyelid. And so this is how it looks. And then I do grab this Real Technique medium eyeshadow brush. It's honestly really good. I really love this brush to blend out the bottom of this concealer. I feel like it really blends out the concealer very nicely. So that's how one brow looks, and I'll be right back when I finish the other one. And so now that I've done the same on both brows and got them as equal as I can on the bottom, this is how they're looking. And so now I move on to my next step, which is concealing the top of my brows. And I don't conceal the top of my brows with concealer. I conceal the top of my brows with the foundation, and I use the same foundation for all around my face. So I use the Laura foundation. As you guys can see, I use this All Hour Saint Laurent foundation. It's honestly my favorite foundation. I haven't found any that can compare to this one. It's very lightweight. It's very good. I feel like I don't have to layer it or anything, and it's not too heavy on your face as well. So I really do recommend this foundation, and I do use it in the shade LN4. And so I do just grab the same concealer brush I was using earlier. And so now that I concealed both of my brows, if I'm being completely honest, this is the longest step in my whole makeup. I feel like I take a really long time to get them equal, and this is like the equalest I'll get them. And so now for the last step for my brows, I do just blend the middle in, and to get that ombre effect, even if I don't fill in my brows, I do like getting the product from in middle and really bring it to the beginning of my brow, as so. And I do that on both brows. And so that is my brows all done. And these are like, I've went through my stages of brows. Like when I tell y'all I have went through my stages, it's because I've went through my stages. And I feel like this is like the best my brows have ever looked. I do always have a problem, which one always looks more curved and the other one looks more arched, and right now I'm having that problem, and I'm trying to curve this one a little bit more, but it's just not curving enough to look equal. But if I play with it too much, then I'm gonna end up messing my brows up. So now that I'm finished with my brows, I do go in with foundation, and I do use the Saint Laurent foundation, as I said, and I do just grab a fluffy brush to spread on my foundation. So I do get it from the back of my hand, and I really just put it all over my face. I know this doesn't look like my shade, but I promise it is. It's a trust the process thing. It's a trust the process. So I do just spread it out as so. You want to get down to your neck as well. And so then I grab a beauty blender and I do just blend it all out. And if you guys are thinking of buying this foundation, I do have to say it dries up really quick, so if you don't blend fast, it leaves like marks, and I honestly hate it, but like the foundation is too good to even like switch it up. And so now I do conceal after I do my foundation. I don't add any cream blush or any cream bronzer because I just prefer not to. So now I do go in with the Too Faced concealer in the shade Swan. It's the same one I used to carve on my brows. And I do just put it on my chin and on my forehead. And so now I do get my powder ready because I do like setting my eyes right after I put the concealer. Like I blend out my concealer. I do love setting it after because I feel like it makes it not crease. It gives me that really smooth under eye. And yeah, so I use the Fit Me powder in the shade 110 to set my under eye. And so I do put concealer under my eyes and I put it in my inner corner and my outer corner. So I do that for one eye first. And so then I blend it out with a beauty blender. And I like getting on the side of my nose to like make it I don't know how to explain it. It's like baking basically, but with the concealer, so it gives it like that baking effect. And then I just really just blend. And I do have my powder puff ready right here for when I'm done blending this out. And I make sure not to over blend because I feel like that makes your under eyes not come out smooth. So then right after, I like setting. I really just bring it down. And so that's one eye set. And I feel like I really have a thing with getting a really bright, really smooth under eye. I feel like it's like the best thing in my makeup is my under eye. So now I do the other eye in the same way I did the first one. And so now I use the same 110 press powder with the same powder puff, and I just put it all over my face to set it. Just put it right here. I don't like putting like too much around here. I just like putting it like on my chin, my upper lip, and my forehead. And so now that that's done, I like putting it over my nose as well. The sides of my nose, where my nose piercing is at. I find it really hard to get foundation around or concealer around my nose piercing. I don't know why. I've always struggled with it. I've had my nose piercing for years now, and I've always struggled with the same exact thing. So now I grab my same eyeshadow brush, my Chase for concealer that I was using in the beginning, and I just blend out the creases on my eyelids, and then I set them with the press powder I was just using. So I just put it all over, and I do set my eyebrows as well. So I like going over my eyebrows because you want your whole face to be matte and not have your eyebrows, like the concealer on your eyebrows, be shiny while the rest of your face is matte. So now that I said that, I don't like going over my brows. I know there's some girls who like going over the brow, like over the brow hairs or whatever. I grabbed this eyeshadow brush. I'm not sure where I got it. I think I got it off Amazon. And I got this eyeshadow brush, and I used the Juvias Place bronzer in the shade medium, and I just grabbed the upper shade and I just use it as eyeshadow. And so now I do bronze my face, and I do use the same Juvias Place palette, the shade medium. I honestly love the Juvias Place bronzer. I honestly think it's like one of the best bronzers I've tried. So I do use like this angled brush. It's just very angled and fluffy. And I do use the upper shade, and I mix it a little bit with the down one. So, and I really just go right here. So I'm gonna try explaining it as best as I can. So I go on like the highest point of my cheekbone, and I just put it, I tap it, but then at the same time, like how do you say it, like I'm like swirling it, I think that's how you say it. So I do that, and I do like the top of my temples being darker. If you guys are just starting to do makeup and you guys are like trying to get tips from this, I promise you guys, if your makeup is not coming out like how all these girls on YouTube be doing their makeup, I promise it just takes time. It takes a lot of practice. We've all been at a point where our makeup doesn't come out how we want it, or it doesn't look like the girls on YouTube or on social media in general. But if you practice and learn to what goes good with your face, because not everybody's gonna have the same techniques, not everybody's face is gonna go with how they do their makeup, not every product's gonna work on everybody's face. So you guys really have to be patient and like keep trying on the products and really just have patience with it, because I promise it takes practice. Like, I feel like I've already said that like 3 times already, but it really, practice is everything. Like, when I tell ya, if I can find a video, I'm gonna put it right here of how I used to do my bronzer. I swear I had like the worst stages. It was so bad, but now I feel like I finally got to what goes with my face, what goes with my face shape, like what things look good on me and what things don't look good on me. Because in the beginning I had a problem with thinking, oh, like I'm gonna watch a makeup tutorial and it's gonna look good on me, but I ended up realizing like it doesn't work for everybody. Because everybody, like, you guys can follow this makeup tutorial and do the exact same things as I do, but it won't come out the same, because we don't have the same face texture, we don't have the same face features. So just trust, if you are just getting into makeup, that it does take time and practice and learning based on your looks. So now I do bronze my forehead. Just really go over it. So now I do get some bronzer and I just put it on my nose. Like, I just like grab my brush and I just put it on my nose. Because I don't contour my nose, I just do this. So I could like have something on my nose. And so now, moving on to my next step, I use a different powder bar, and I use the same Fit Me press powder, but in the shade 100. And so I carve out my cheekbones and then I do my nose and I'm gonna show you guys how I do it right now. So after you've done that, just like that. So I do leave that for a while. And so now I do my nose, and this is how I do my nose. So basically I don't actually contour my nose with like a brush and like line it up. So I just put the bronzer over my nose and then I really just bake it, which is what makes it shape. So I just bake the sides of my nose, and I bring this powder under my eyes because I do like my under eyes to be a little brighter. I do the same for the other side. And I bring it like right here a little bit, and I put it on my forehead as well. And now I put some on the tip of my nose and on the bridge of my nose. Like really make a shape, and it brings in my hair. And so now I do brush off the powder with this fluffy brush, and I just brush off the powder off my chin and my forehead because it brightens up, but I don't want it to be too bright, so I don't want it to stay there and like bake or whatever up here. But I do leave my cheekbone bake and my under eyes and my nose to bake. So now my next step is blush, and I use the Juvias Place blush in volume 4. It's kind of worn out, but I swear to God, you guys, if you guys don't have this blush, you guys need to run and get this blush. Like, when I say run, is run. So I use the bottom shade because I feel like the top shade is way too like bold. It's really pigmented. Keep in mind that. So I do use the bottom one, and I use this fluffy brush, and I do just grab the bottom shade, and I really just like, so while I still have my bake on, I really recommend doing this while you still have your bake on, because I like a lot of blush. like not too much but a lot, you know. So I do like doing this when I bake, because once I take off the bake, like it like blends it out better. So now I grab the rest what's on my brush and I take off the tip of my nose bake with this, and I don't do it too harsh, just do it lightly, pricking it a little bit. And I put some on my forehead and on my chin, but don't put too much because you don't want too much blush. And so now that I'm baking, so I do leave my bake on for a little longer, but now I'm gonna do my lips. So what I do my lips with is this Italula, I don't even know how to pronounce this. This is lip liner in the shade light brown, 1003. So now I just blend it out. And so now I get this cream cheek lip color in the Pony Pink. It's by Honesty. And it's a cream blush. And I just grab some on my finger and I just put it on my lips. It can be like pink. And so now that I've done my lips, I take up my bake. So I grab the same fluffy brush I was using earlier, and I start from the bottom and I go to the top, and also on the top I like do it in circular motions because I do want the line to go away. And so now that I've done that, I take off my nose bake and I really just go from the side and I just tap under my face. So I don't drag it, I tap it. I just go to the other side, just tap it. And I take off my middle bake. And if I feel like I need a little bit more of like bronzer on my nose because I feel like it looks too white compared to the rest of my face, then I do grab the same eyeshadow brush I was using earlier and I really just like go on the tip and I put some on the side, really just like go over it just for it to look like a tiny bit darker, like that. And so now for one of my last or final steps, because we're almost done, I use this e.l.f. Stay All Night setting spray. I honestly love this setting spray. I've used a lot of setting sprays and I feel like this one is like literally like the best. So I just put it all over my face. And so now I'm not really confirmed with my lips, so I'm gonna go in with this Juvias Place lip gloss in the shade Barely There. Shade Barely, oh my god, it's not focusing. Oh, well, you guys got the idea. So now I just put it on my lips and I like, and now for one of my last and final steps, I grab this Bounce the Collagen waterproof mascara and I just put a tiny bit because I am gonna go in with I am gonna put lashes on, so I just put a bit, not too much. Put some on my bottom lashes and this one, so I don't put too much. And so now I'm gonna put my lashes on. So the lashes I use are these lashes. I've literally almost out. These are the lashes I use. I get them off of Shein, which will be in the description down below. And I honestly love these lashes. I never wear no other lashes. So literally my lashes, like those are my lashes. And so I do grab this dual glue and I do put it on my eyelid. So I just line my lid. Now that my lashes are all put on, this is the end of my everyday makeup routine tutorial. And so I hope you guys enjoyed watching me achieve this smooth base. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below what videos you guys would like to see from me next. Bye, girlies.